What's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Mamina. You can call me Mina for short. This is a Spirit Baby pick a deck reading, but you're choosing based on the ice cream flavors. We have Matcha Tea and Strawberry Shortcake. You don't have to like these flavors. I will explain why they channeled in when we get to your pile. In the meantime and in between time, this is still a general reading for the collective, so only take what resonates to and for you. Leave what doesn't. Separate opinion from intuition. You want to choose your pile based on intuition. Also, you may resonate with more than one. That's fine, but I always say that one that calls to you the most. Maybe the color pink keeps popping up. Maybe the color green. Go with the main one. Watch the other one secondary because it probably has like an add-on to your situation. Sometimes, since I'm channeling, readings can start to get a little specific, but it's still general. Okay, so just take the parts that are resonating to and for you. We're going to hop right on in to the first one. But I want you guys to remember to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you like and comment and tap the little bell for all to be notified. Close your eyes. Count to 3. Hold it for 3. And slowly release the breath for 3. Once you feel grounded, you feel secure, you can pause the video to do this. You can go ahead and hop on to your pile. Strawberry Shortcake, boo-boo, we're going to get into you. All right, Strawberry Shortcake. I got your deck here. I already started shuffling it. Anyways, so we're going to get into it. The energy I picked up with this when they sent the flavor to me was like something to celebrate. The Strawberry Shortcake flavor they brought in has the little pieces of cake in it. And me personally, I don't know about y'all, but whenever they put the word cake in ice cream and it doesn't have little chunks of cake, I don't consider it a cake ice cream. I don't care if it tastes like cake. It's supposed to have cake in it. That's like the purpose. Your Spirit Babies, these little homies, they were like, we're going to give you the flavor of the cake. So what that made me, realize was, how they say when you eat cake, you think of a party and it's like a party in the mouth and stuff like that. There's something that's going to be worth celebrating. Right now, though, something may seem a little bitter or a little challenging because along with that flavor was the taste of when you bite into a fresh strawberry and it's juicy. But strawberries, at least to me, they're not uber sweet. They have like a little bit of a bitterness to them, or like, I don't even know how to describe it because for me, it's not necessarily bitter, but it's not necessarily sweet. It all depends, right? And I kind of feel like that flavor channeled in that way to say, hey, something might seem a little bitter right now. Juicy bitter, if that makes sense, but it's leading up to something that's going to be worth celebrating. You could be craving Strawberry Shortcake ice cream, or you could be craving strawberries a lot. That has channeled in before for a Spirit Baby reading. Maybe you're the same mama. I also, I had a conversation with these Spirit Babies. Those of you who know how I channel, you get how this goes. And I was talking with them. I'm like, a lot of times y'all say little things to your daddies, but you be mainly talking to your mama. I get it. The mama's the vessel. Even whether you're adopting somebody else's kids or whatever the case may be, the mom is still that nourishing, that divine feminine creative energy. It's what kids normally, it's like that rest your head on the bosom kind of energy. So typically that energy has to feel stable, relaxed, and calm, because when that energy is not calm, the whole household's not calm. So a lot of times they want the mama to be in the right frame of mind. And it's also about sometimes getting the mom to realize dad might be messing up. But I was like, you know what? Y'all going to talk to y'all dads a little bit more this time. Okay? So if there's a card that comes out and it says mama, I'll let you know if it's really for papa. All right? Because I can hear them loud and clear. Let's see what we have here for this energy off the bat. 10 of Wands. So I'm feeling okay. This is a masculine energy. There might be a couple of masculines. I'm seeing a basement. Somebody, you could be the masculine watching. They do watch these. Either your person or that you live in a basement, or maybe it's a metaphor. Like you feel like you have to start from the basic beginning. When you think of a basement, first they put the basement, they dig the hole, they fill it in, they build that little part, then they add the rest, the framework and the rest of the house. So it's kind of like think of a strong foundation. Somebody here was trying to build something. The pandemic hit and might have gotten in the way for some of you. For others, it could have been a complete different matter. I do feel like the pandemic still weighed heavily on whatever this is. But you might have thought you were further. Like maybe you dug the hole, maybe the basement was part finished, and then boom, something hits, and now you feel like, okay, I gotta take everything I was working on before and redo it. I feel like wands represent an investment here. 10 of wands, a lot of times in my readings, it's not just, oh, I have a burden. Sometimes it's an investment. And it's about being mindful of where you invest your time, or realizing that you're closer to your goal than what you think you are. But you kind of can't notice it because you're feeling the heaviness of all of those things you collect to use towards your investment, whether it's having to work on a project, working several jobs to save up for what you're doing. All of those things can start to make the arms and the body and the mind feel heavy. I feel like this masculine, he's in that energy. I'm going to start saying because I feel like you're either watching or your feminine may send you this and be like, ha, because they might have been warning you about this, but it's just this, it's taking on a lot. I'm seeing a paper laid out on a desk, and it's like a blueprint. Like, I want to do this by this point, and I want to do that by that point, but there's constant distractions. I'm seeing somebody knock at the door, knock, knock, knock. This isn't, not that opportunity isn't knocking for you. Again, you're very close to your goal with something. It's about staying consistent. It's about realizing that you just got to keep going. Don't focus on the arms being heavy. It's just like when you work out. You don't focus on the pain. You focus on that you're close to the gain. So in this regard, that knock is a distraction. It's like every time you're working on something, whoever you live with, and I don't feel like this is your feminine, whoever you're living with, if you really are living in a basement or just at someone else's house because the rent's cheaper, they're constantly bugging you. And it's not like you didn't tell them you were working on something. It's more like they either just don't care or they're just absent-minded as all get out. And you're really frustrated because I'm hearing someone say like, bro, why the fuck are you bugging me for that? But you're not saying it out loud. You're saying it in your head. You could be from the UK because you said bruv. But it's like you're saying it in your head and not to them. You're not really setting a boundary. This could be because of some type of fear. You could be staying in this space or dealing with whoever these people who are creating distractions are because you feel like I gotta do this to save up. I gotta do this because if I try to move on my own, or if I try to go here, it's gonna tap into the money more, tapping into my resources that I need in order to invest in what I'm trying to do, whatever that may be. This could be, again, that paper is making me think that there's some type of like blueprint to life or some type of project going on here. You're stubborn as well. Yeah, your spirit babies are saying you don't listen to mommy enough. So whatever you're working on, you must have complained it to your feminine about, or not necessarily complain per se, but you've told them about it. Like, all right, babe, I tried to work on this and that didn't come through, and then so-and-so was knocking on the door. This opportunity came and I couldn't do it because and they're listening to you very attentively. Like, okay. They're not judging you. They're not being extra or anything. If you're the divine feminine watching, you know this already. But it's like when they give the idea, you dismiss it because either you feel like they don't know, and or you just hard-headed. But let me put it to you this way, because, spirit babies know me. They come to me for a reason. I'm very blunt. You've been doing it your way, right? Where are you right now exactly? Now, again, you closer to your goal than you think you are. But I want you to pay attention to this card. And if you're the feminine and you're trying to understand your masculine's mentality, pay attention to the card. You got all these things that you need to carry to the destination. Arms are tired. Body's tired. Mind's tired. Many hours. Probably don't have enough time to put into your lady, right? And as you're carrying these things, because I'm picking up on, this figure, this energy I'm feeling. This is a guy. This isn't just masculine and energy alone. This is male body and all. You're carrying these burdens. You're trying to get to your destination. You can't really see where you're going. It's like you're on the right path, but all these sticks is in your way. So when you do get to peek through, it's like a little peek through those sticks, all you see is the hills. Hill after hill after hill, and it's like, another hill. Your feminine is either right next to you, because they're not really behind you, or maybe they're just a little bit ahead of you, encouraging you on, and they're trying to tell you, but babe, the destination's right there. That's whatever this idea they're trying to tell you, whatever this encouragement is to let you know you're closer than you think you are. Here's some ideas of how maybe you can reach it. I don't feel like this person is being overbearing. I don't feel like they're nagging. I feel like the frustration from whoever else is creating distractions, it's being taken out on this feminine a little bit. And your spirit babies ain't having that. These spirit babies have been sending you messages. They've been sending mama messages. We're going to get on mama for a second, because I'm kind of feeling like when they send mama signs, she dismisses it, or she's not totally listening, particularly when awake. So these spirit babies may be sending y'all a lot of messages in your dreams. You know, like that's when they feel that you're more receptive to it. One of you may be a person that's better at remembering their dreams than another. And you might have been like, what was that about? Why was kitty music playing? Why was I dreaming of Candyland or Strawberry Shortcake or something like that? There's certain signs, and it's your kid, but you're not putting it together, or again, if you're having it when you're awake, if the synchronicity shows up in reality as you know it, anyway, you kind of dismiss it. And that could be happening a bit with both of you. But these spirit babies are really, that may seem very specific, take what's for you, but there's this energy of you're not listening to mom. Mom's not a fool. She know a little something, something. And I feel like you've told them what's going on enough. You've told them what the problem is enough that they're thinking of the solution. So masculine, you're focusing too much on the pain or the problem versus the gain and the solution. And this feminine energy, it's not that they're going to have all the answers, but if you would just listen and stop being hard-headed, you could probably figure out how to implement it the way that you needed to. I don't know what that refers to. This ain't a private, reading or nothing like that. So take it how it resonates for you. Okay. Feminine, if you're the one watching, you know your masculine energy. Now you kind of understand why. It's not that they're trying to hurt your feelings. Yeah, they're stubborn, but it's more so because they're too focused on the problem. You might have thought that, but you still may have needed some clarity on that. Let's get another card. We have Seven of Wands. Like I said, this masculine needs to set better boundaries. Another energy is coming in here too. This feels like it's a mixed crowd in here. Somebody in this collective takes care of someone. You could still could relate to the first group, but somebody is like I don't know if I should say caretaker, because I don't feel like the person that you help is completely without being able to take care of. So maybe you have to like do certain things for them, like maybe run errands or something like that. But again, it's this energy of distraction. This is the time to plant the seeds in more ways than one for some of you. But financially, this is the time to start really like not just planning things, but working on things that you've planned. It's not about just sitting around anymore and going, okay, by this date I want to do that. It's about actually doing it. What you work on now, what you plant the seeds of now, they will have beneficial reasons, but you got to commit to them the right way. Some of you guys might have gotten discouraged for different reasons and you sort of fell off and you're trying to get back on track. And it seems like ever since you started trying to get back on track, there's just been multiple things getting in the way of focusing or sticking to a goal. And again, I'm sensing like a mixed group with this kind of almost caretaker energy one. This could be a family member or a friend. There's someone that you help a lot. And I feel like they rely on you very, very heavily. There's a lot of relying on you. There's a lot of asking you to do things. Got 2 cards. Spirit baby said, yeah, we be visiting you in your dreams. What up? But you ain't listening though. Mommy, daddy, y'all ain't listening. As we be coming through, we be trying to tell you that, taste the rainbow, pot of gold, and you just ignoring us. This is a Page of Cups coming in as your spirit baby, and this 4 of Cups here, that's pretty much you. That's like them trying to say, hey, look what we got. Hey, did you see? And you so busy just, oh, woe is me. Oh, the burdens. Oh, the distractions. Because, there's a mix of discomfort, but it really just, I feel like this is your spirit baby's way of describing, we're trying to tell you something. Papa from group 1, mom's trying to tell you something. Y'all not listening to us. We're trying to help you with your creativity. We're trying to help you relax and be free. And the best way we could think to do that is to come talk to you in your dreams, but you ain't listening. They really keep repeating that. I keep telling y'all, respect your spirit babies now. Don't be sitting up here thinking, oh, spirit babies just don't know nothing about nothing. They're in a whole different higher dimensional realm to look in on you and see all your business. They know more about certain things than you do. So chill. Allow yourself to be guided by your guides. And a lot of times your spirit babies are your guides. They are not limited to just children that you will birth. However, they're also not just limited to kids that are about to be born. This could be newborn babes trying to telepathically talk to you and you la la land somewhere. But right now I'm picking up on children that are either waiting to be born, or actually for someone here, slight trigger warning, so brace yourself. For someone here, you might have lost a kid or lost someone young to you, and that spirit is coming back as your child. Not sure who that was for, but that came in here. Whatever it is, they're sending you signs and you're not listening. Whoever this is for this caretaker group that's going on, you're running yourself thin, and the person is similar to the other group. It's like the person that bugs you, even if they don't have a bad intent, they bug you for things that are completely irrelevant. It's like, imagine they want water, like they drink alkaline water. Go with it, it's what's coming in. Maybe you got to go across town to their house and they're saying, hey, pick me up this and bring it here. And I'm hearing someone be like, if you don't just put a filter on the sink or something. That's how minuscule the stuff they call you for is, on top of whenever you do plan to go over and help them. You might, this second group is not going to be for everybody, but you might already be with your person. Your person could already be pregnant, because I'm getting this strong sense that you need to stay near home sometimes. So that, you could be, if you're a divine feminine pregnant, running back and forth, and your masculine's like, hey, stop. Listen to your man. He's not trying to control you, but you're pregnant and you're hopping from your house all the way across town. I don't know why this energy of across town. Maybe it's long to him, maybe. I don't know. But it's like you need to stay closer to home than what you are, especially if you've had sensitive pregnancy before with previous children. It's not just, oh, he's a worry wart. No, like, his feeling is correct. You might end up getting, I don't remember what they're called. Some of us, sometimes when we get ascension pains, we get them too, believe it or not. But the mommies, put it in the comment section. What is it called? The Braxton Hicks thingies or whatever. Some of you may have gotten those before, a lot, with another pregnancy, or you're prone to possibly getting it, and your masculine's not cool with you being behind the wheel and not near him when it happens. For someone else, you could be the masculine needing to stay near your feminine. Take what resonates for you, because they're coming out with really like detailed things here right now. But somebody needs to stay near home. I'm picking up on, it's a lot of y'all channeling for these spirit baby readings. Good Lord. Picking up on somebody that's disappointed about something. What are you? Yeah. Right when I say it. Someone's disappointed. Why are you disappointed? Who's disappointed? What's going on? Let's get to the bottom of it. Okay. Somebody wanted kids sooner, and it's being put off. This is another mixed energy. So there could be a feminine putting off having kids right now, and 9 times out of 10 career related, or something like it's not the right time kind of energy. But I'm also sensing a feminine that's disappointed because you've probably had this conversation with again, I focus on sacred union, so I'm not here, this reading right now doesn't feel like any kind of karmatic situation right now. So some of you might already be in union. Others, you could be not in separation where you're not talking per se, but you don't live together. Your little one, your little bundle of joy isn't on the way yet, right? But somebody might have been planning with a person to have a kid, and then something got derailed. Again, could have been centered around the pandemic. It derailed a lot of things. And I feel like stuff keeps getting pushed further back because your spirit babies are saying, we were supposed to be born yesterday. Like, we were supposed to be here a while ago. The timelines have shifted for a lot of you, but I don't feel like it's not like this person did this on purpose. You know how some people force a person to wait? It feels like something happened, it derailed things, and y'all haven't been able to get it quite back on track yet. It could be something with finances. One of you might be more worried about that, like, hey, kids cost a little cha-ching-ching. However, you're going to have to communicate this disappointment, and you're going to have to be mindful that your partner, whichever they are, because again, there's a mixed energy here. Your partner, whoever they are, you've never really said to them, you know what, I really had my heart set on XYZ, and when it didn't happen, it made me sad, it made me feel disheartened, and then I just put that to the side so we could focus on what you wanted to, whether that was them building their career, whether that was them saying, hey, let's live together beforehand, whatever it may have been. It's like you're about to either implode on them or maybe have a breakdown on them, and they don't know why. Like, why are you tripping? And you might feel like they're going to be insensitive, but I'm hearing ushers, and this hasn't channeled in for a minute. Masculines go to this when they really just can't get their point across, is I'm hearing ushers say, I'm a man, I don't understand. That's from his song, Can You Help Me? You might want to listen to it. But that's really what they feel. It's like you're kind of expecting a mind reader, and they can't read your mind. They only know what you tell them. Some of you have masculines that are a little stubborn. They don't really listen. Hint, hint, spirit babies throwing a little shade. But there's a masculine here that honestly doesn't know just how you feel. You might have said, well, I don't like that we're waiting, but you didn't really, you know what I mean? He don't know you here. Like, he don't know that. And for someone else, it's a masculine feeling kind of like this. Like, they had their heart set on something and kept putting it off to make their significant other happy. You could be a feminine and masculine energy. You could be in that energy, or you could just be a masculine. But again, regardless of which of those energies you resonate with, you have to communicate to your partner, I feel this way because, and don't attack them. Talk with some sense. Be honest, be vulnerable. The right partner takes time to listen and understand, okay? But that not saying anything and then holding it like a grudge, because right now it may not feel like, you might be trying to brush it off like, yeah, I'm sad about it, but it's not a big deal. It'll become a big deal if you keep feeling like you have to push this back and you're not venting to them how you feel, especially if they don't know how you feel and they say insensitive things, because they won't even know it's insensitive. You did what I'm saying? But again, there's a happy ending coming here. Your spirit babies are sending you messages and signs. For both groups, I feel the number 3 is really important. 33 could be important. 333. Look up the angel numbers for that. Could be someone's birth sign. Could be someone's anniversary. Okay. But I might roll dice and see what else comes out for you guys. But I'm just feeling like you need to let your person know how you feel. Your person needs to let you know how they feel. There's a lot of communication that needs to happen here. Passion and emotions are heavy in this reading. We only have really one mindset card out of all of this, and it still ties in with emotions. So communicate. Yep, because when you communicate and you get your stuff together, we're going to out these two energies. Okay, I kind of kicked that card's ass. Don't judge me for using profanity. Kind of hearing someone go, ooh. Listen, I'm not responsible for what the parents say, right? Because normally I try to be mindful of profanity in spirit baby readings just out of respect, but sometimes the parents got a potty mouth and it just goes downhill from there. The spirit babies don't care. But yeah, there's a cause for celebration here. I'm hearing lollipop, lollipop, boy, lolly, lollipop, lollipop. Lollipops might be a sign. Oh, lollipops is a sign. Okay, lollipops is a sign for some of you. The funny thing is, I was going to get these erasers. I'm going to get them later. And I was going to use them, but these called more. And then the flavored ice cream channeled in. So music, your baby communicates to you through music, especially playful, maybe old school songs, back in the day sounds. For some of you, that doo-wop kind of sound or soul music. For others, they want you to be in a more playful energy. Y'all so serious. Someone's spirit baby's just shaking their head like, mommy and daddy is so serious all the time. If you want to create life, okay, and you want to create life in a space, because a lot of y'all need sacral work, not just the mama, but the papa too. You got to create the space mentally, physically, and emotionally for it. And that's hard to do when you're focusing on your burdens, your problems, your woulda, shoulda, couldas, your can I, if I. Some of you fear being able to conceive. Some of you feel like you're past your time and maybe you're meant to take in your masculine's kid or feminine's kid, whatever the case may be for you. You're here. You clicked this for a reason. You're listening to this part for a reason, and you're being told that you need to let joy in your life. You're going to have something to celebrate. This is the 1111 card, this Four of Wands here. And that's the energy it's coming in with. But I want you to realize they're playing, they're making a little garden, they're playing with the flowers. Get out, whether it's getting outside. If for some reason you can't really like get outside like that right now, put on some music, dance with your partner. You know, you some of you are a young couple, but you might listen to, old school music, some Stevie Wonder, some doo-wop. I'm hearing like a lot of old school songs. Put that on and just have a moment with your person. It don't have to be more than 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but there has to be a space for that new life to come into. And it don't have to come here tomorrow. Nobody's telling you to get pregnant tomorrow. And if you are pregnant and you running yourself ragged, or your person's pregnant and running themselves ragged, spend time with the baby, with the mama, with the baby in the belly. Communicate and talk. They hear you. They hear everything you talk about. The argument, the disagreement, the energy of feeling a certain way. Your spirit babies pick up on all of it. So make sure that you're creating a space for them where that new beginning, that new growth can come in correctly, and it can remove a lot of your worries and a lot of your doubts. But if you stay in worry, if you stay in doubts, there's no such thing as a what? Insignificant thought. My regulars already know. No such thing. Everything you think, everything you allow yourself to feel, everything that you allow yourself to embody from what you feel becomes a part of your reality. Bear that in mind when y'all sitting up here trying to conceive kids. I hear a lot of y'all saying, I know that already, but you're not doing it. When you know better, you do better. And if you have a person who already has kids and you're getting close to them and things like that, the same rule applies. Babies don't come in this world and then all of a sudden lose consciousness. They come in fully conscious. They have to learn some things. But when it comes to telepathic communication, when it comes to creation and all that other stuff, they're right. They literally just came down the divine tube, out of your divine body into the world. So let them teach you a little something. Okay? Now that may have come off a bit however it came off, but your kids feel some type of way. Yeah, they're like, we want you to take a chance to see this new opportunity and this new beginning. We don't want you focusing on Three of Swords. We don't want you just focusing on the pains and not the gains and etc. Let's go into some personal messages. I'm going to be using my soul sister, Star Soul Holistics Spirit Baby Whispers deck. Y'all ain't gotta listen to me. Y'all can hear it from the horse's mouth, as they say. All right, for group 1, let's get into it. Oop, right off the bat. Mama, wear that dress and those shoes Papa likes so much. Didn't I just tell y'all gotta be dancing? Because, you ain't got, listen, you don't have to go out. Oh, y'all really gonna channel that song? That's funny. Y'all don't have to go out. Y'all just have to dress up, put on some music. You know, this is for mama, and mama know what daddy like. You know what that means in your translation. Your kids are this is quite innocent right now. And for me, spirit babies can come in different age brackets. Like they can come as future ages of themselves just to talk certain ways. I don't need them to. But sometimes they do that. Nonetheless, I feel like that was a double meaning. Like for you, it means one thing. For them, they're just like, but dad likes when mom dresses like blah, blah, blah. You know what dress he like. You know what he like under the dress. Okay? Just put on some music and just vibe. Have an at-home date. Set up some like LED lights in your backyard or something like that. You can make the atmosphere. You can create it. Masculine, you can create it. But make time to do that. Again, some play needs to happen here. Some bonding. Let's see what we got. Sassy and fiery like mama. Ooh, well, now you know why that message came out the way it do, don't you? We got 2 more cards that came out. Mama and Papa, there's a new home on the horizon, a cause for a celebration. Somebody got to move up out of that place that's creating so many distractions. The opportunity, if you feel like you can't right now, first of all, don't focus on your can'ts. Focus on, I'm gonna, so shall it is, so shall it be, it is done. That's what you focus on. But I feel like an opportunity to do so is coming soon, but you can't let fear dictate it. You know, you gotta, if where you're staying isn't helping you and it's distracting you so much that you can't even build the future because you're too busy focusing on, oh, it's so many hills. Literally the place could be like right here, right there, but all you see is hills, 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 because of these constant distractions and this way down feeling, or having to run across town to take care of somebody. Whatever it is that's distracting you, your distraction could be anything. I'm not here to tap into all of it, but there's an opportunity to celebrate trying to come in. And if you're too busy focusing on all those other energies, you're not going to see it. Your spirit babies are telling you there's a chance for a new home, a new beginning, a new everything. And it's right on the what? Horizon. We have Mama and Papa. Please be vulnerable. What was I saying? Come through, spirit babies. Come through. Please be vulnerable. Speak your truth. It is safe to do so. You can start by practicing with the divine, whatever that represents for you. You can start speaking to your ancestors and your guides to get used to talking about your feelings. You can talk to your spirit babies. They're listening all the time. They're right there with you. And when you sit down with your partner, speak your truth without attacking them is the key. When people feel attacked, they close up, they shut down. So don't attack them, but speak your truth. Let's see. You guys still want a message from this deck? Okay, we're switching. We're switching cards. We're going to go to Baby Says. We're using the Baby Says messages, spirit baby messages by my soul sister, Divine Moon Empress. We're going to get into this. I'm seeing teddy bears. Somebody's spirit baby sends them signs in the form of teddy bears. Perhaps that's why I was moved to wear teddy bear rings. Or maybe they like Care Bears, or you grew up on Care Bears. We're hearing, Mama, Daddy is super proud of you. I want to be a superhero just like you. I'm actually hearing that's for both parties. They're saying Mama, Daddy is, and Daddy, Mama is, because maybe you guys need to say that to each other more and you don't. So sometimes you think your person knows, and they may, but they still need to hear it. So there's a daddy somewhere that needs to hear Mama say I'm proud, and there's a mama somewhere that needs to hear Daddy say, you know what, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you're doing right now. We have Mama, Daddy, Mama and Daddy. Archangel Michael says, my contract is ready and I'll be with you before you know it. Remember I said somebody needs to stay close to home. See the little bears? There's a little bear here, bear there. Remember I said somebody needs to stay close to home and stop leaving, because you might at first be getting just the little, fake contractions, I guess they're called. The symptoms, but one of them symptoms is going to be real, and you're going to need to have your behind close to your person. Your baby wants you to know. Mama, Daddy says to tell you I love you to the moon and back, and to give you the biggest hugs and kisses. I love you to the moon and back. This is for both. This is, Mama saying it to Daddy, Daddy saying it to Mama. Your spirit baby's just channeling it. Somebody, someone's pregnant because you're due this summer. Or you could be about to conceive this summer. So if you're not trying to, if you're not trying to have something before your living situation is correct, you might want to be mindful. Last card we have, Mama and Daddy, if you're feeling sad and you don't know why, the angels say the sadness is from a past life and you gotta heal it. Past life can, in this situation, the chain that needs to be broken could have something to do, again, with, because I read past lives and this doesn't feel like it's way over yonder. This feels like something maybe a few years ago, or again, whatever you were working on in the past, you might have been working years to build it up. And then whatever happened, it fell apart. And now it's an issue that you're not healing from. And you need to heal from it in order to, number one, manifest what you really deserve and need, right? Because always leave the divine room to flex on you. Tell y'all that all the time. Let the divine show you what it's capable of. Set your plans, but don't be so attached to them working out in one way that you don't allow the universe to show you just how far you can expand, because there's no limits to how far you can expand. We're going to roll the dice, and then I'm going to Because group 1, your reading went on for a hot minute. Can we do it without them falling off the table? Yes, we can. We have 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4. That feels like it's in someone's phone number. I'm not going to say anymore, because what if it really was your phone number? It feels like it's someone's phone number. Look, here comes that 3. That 3 I was picking up on is here. We have 8, 2, 2, 2. Someone could be 22. Someone could be 33. And we have, this is 60, so that's a 6. Those are your numbers. Could be life path numbers. Take what resonates for you. And pile 1, may your union have blessings. May your spirit babies come into this world healthy. Whatever babies you're meant to take care of that are designated for you, let them be healthy. Love them. Give them kisses. Mwah. Blessings, peace, love, and light. All right, we've cleared the space for you, matcha tea. If you've never had matcha tea, it's a form of green tea. It's bitter by itself, but it's good with like almond milk, or like something maybe like vanilla or something like that. I like it with honey and almond milk. But what I'm feeling this is okay, y'all situation, it's involving something that's made someone feel bitter, or it left a bitter taste in someone's mouth. Because I was tasting the matcha, and I tasted both ways. It was like by itself when it's brewed with no add-on, and then it was like someone added some honey and started, ingredients were added to sweeten it over time. Let me fix my camera because it moved a little bit when I was cleaning everything up. So I'm feeling that this energy you have going on here right now is exactly that. Someone or both of you were bitter about something, and things are coming in to add sweetness, and your spirit babies are trying to communicate that to you. Like, okay, mommy, daddy, something's going to come in to sweeten it, but you can't stay in that bitter energy forever. You have to acknowledge why it was there. You have to talk to each other. Communication is key. Communication and comprehend are 2 things that cannot exist without each other. Even when you speak a different language, there's always something energetically that helps the person comprehend what you're trying to communicate, and vice versa. When one is in lack, you really don't have the other. So you have to be in this energy to receive what's said. And this is whether you're the masculine or feminine. Without further ado, we're going to hop on into this. You may resonate with pile 1 a little bit. Just because of how the flavors sort of translated. But again, it's not about which flavors you like. It's about why the babies chose the ice creams they picked. You could be craving like bubble tea, like matcha bubble tea, or anything with that flavor, or a different form of green tea. You could be a tea person. You just love teas. There's like cakes with that flavor. There's matcha cakes. And that's what I felt like I was tasting. It was like a bitter matcha cake, and then maybe someone like added a little bit to the ingredient each time to a glass of tea. Like, oh, you don't like it this way, try it that way. So somebody may have to change their perception on how they're viewing something. First card we have out the deck, the Hermit card. Somebody had to leave. I'm feeling like it was a divine feminine had to leave a situation. Now, see, this is interesting. This doesn't feel like a separation necessarily brought on by, oh, my person was dealing in third party, or no, this was something else. It was like this person was searching to understand themselves. The Hermit card is about that. It's going into seclusion, tapping into inner wisdom to figure out something that felt missing or lost. And this involves self. It's following your North Star. I always tell you guys, the Hermit is reaching up into the sky, pulling down their North Node, their Northern Star that was given to them, and they're putting it in their lantern. And they want that star, that divine star, to lead them on their path. Now, this is an unknown path, because when you truly follow your North Node, you are following a path that will have opportunities, maybe even obstacles, different things on it that are completely unknown and new to you. Be excited about that instead of scared of it. And sometimes people have to take a journey by themselves to truly tap into what that means and what that energy will represent for them. And I'm feeling this strongly for divine feminine energy. You could be a masculine that resonates with your divine energy, the more imaginative, creative side of self, the more, and it's not to say that you're like in la la land and that's why you did what you did, but it's like something about your world just didn't seem to make sense. And it wasn't going to until you learned more about yourself. So even your union, you might have been putting roadblocks in the way of this connection without realizing you were doing it. And one day you realize if it's not them, it's gotta be me. The only problem is I feel like you left without truly explaining yourself. It's not about feeling that you have to, but understand something. If you're in a union with a person, and I deal in more so reading for sacred unions. And that's what this feels like. Or, whether it be soulmate or twin flame, when you're in a union with somebody and they love you, you gotta communicate something. And communication feels like it was key here. It's like you might have just came to them and said, I need time apart. No further explanation to that. So yeah, it's going to be some bitterness. Yeah, it's going to be some, but you just bounced, especially if you're a feminine that did this to a masculine, because you need to understand something. If we just put the energy to the side for 2 seconds, masculine energy doesn't do well without order anyway. But if we put it to the side for 2 seconds and you're dealing with a man, men are not normally taught to be in tune with any side of self, their genuine divine masculine side or their divine feminine side from within, the yin and yang. They're not taught to really do that. So it's easier to shatter over something than to just get a little out of, bent out of shape or a little broken. And, they can't put the pieces together right sometimes. And it's hard to just get over it. And sometimes the energy, the world tells them get over it. And their way of getting over it is to sometimes do toxic things. During this moment, you or your person may have talked to someone else. It's more likely them, whoever that masculine energy is, could be a feminine that resonates with masculine energy. But again, I'm seeing a tall masculine with like a stone face. I can feel his facial expression and it's like it's just stone. But the eyes are loving. The eyes say, I want you. The face says, I'm hurt. You did something to me that hurt me and I don't know how to translate it and I don't know how to feel about it and I want you, but I don't know how to tell you that because I don't trust you. And they might have run off and did something out of that anger. But I feel like the feminine energy here or whoever resonates with the Hermit card, there's something brewing. There's something, the tide is changing in your energy right now. You're stepping into more confidence, but you had to get there by first tapping into learning more about yourself. What is the truth of me? How can I understand the union if I don't understand the truth of me? And that's what this whole taking time apart was. You were trying to follow that north node. Let me clarify to you right now, whichever you may be in this union that did this, following your north node puts you on the path of unknown. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. When people follow the path that is so-called so predictable, right? That it tends to mean that sometimes when you're in a funk, you stay in the funk. If something's just okay, you stay just okay until you can't be okay no more. But when you decide to say, I'm going to trust the divine, I'm going to trust my higher self, when the divine may be many different things to you. But when you say that higher power, that higher consciousness that guides me, it's not going to steer me wrong, I'm going to trust it, you end up where you need to be and where you should be. And sometimes it's better than where you want it to be. And as you go into your union, you're going to have a similar journey. There are going to be moments in that union that y'all both like, we don't know where the freak we're going, but we know what our intent is. And we know what we're committed to and what our convictions are. And right now, your person could be bitter because they felt like you didn't stick to that conviction of being a couple, of being together. Now, I'm not necessarily sensing anybody was married per se, but I do feel like you might have been in a connection that went on for a while. Let's go deeper. Let's get more on this energy. And again, I'm feeling feminine for the Hermit, but you could be a masculine. You could be a masculine that resonates with your feminine self. We have a few cards that fell out here. Okay. Okie dokie. We're not reading all those at once. Let's go into the first one that's upright. We have the Queen of Swords. Yes, somebody was looking for the truth of self. I feel two things with this. Your person wants the truth. And they're not going to settle for anything less than the truth. This is going to involve you being vulnerable. you could be effeminate that a masculine left this way, and so that is your energy. You take what resonates for whatever you know. But the person who was left is like, I want to know why. You need to tell me the real reason why, or I don't even want to talk. And that may seem cold to you because, again, the eyes say, please come back, but the face is like, ugh, you know? Yeah. But again, if you are the person watching, masculine or feminine, and your individual left you, and you're like, why did this happen? You've been asking why this whole time. There, you know, at the end of the day, they had to do this. They could have explained this better. But you either want a person to be able to come to you and be all of who they truly are and all of who they're meant to be. And please understand that it's going to expand. We're beings that are meant to expand. We are not trapped to this vessel. We're not trapped to one way of thinking or existing. We're meant to unify, and we're meant to expand in our individuality and in our unions. And if a person comes to you feeling like they don't know who they are, or like they're half of themselves, guess what you're going to get? Half-ass things. Half-ass connection, half-ass communication, and you might have had problems. You might have sometimes had moments where y'all couldn't seem to get it together, couldn't seem to figure each other out. And instead of saying, maybe we need a break, or maybe we need to talk about things from a different angle or perspective, it just kept going in circles. And it was driving that person insane. They might have come from a type of upbringing where they don't know how to communicate to you what was going on. Especially, again, I feel like something's brewing. Like they're coming back, but it's like with a plan of some kind, or the energy of making something happen. You, if you're that person that was left, may not be in the energy to accept that right now. You got to be open to receive something like that. So they might come off a little overwhelming. There's a lot of mental space and passion I'm picking up here. When people are passionate, they can easily roll around the hay and then wake up the next day and be like, the hell are we doing? And even your own spirit babies are like, we want to come in the world, but we're trying to come in the world correct. Can you not bring us into chaos, please? Thank you, management. That's kind of how they feel right now. So on one hand, you have a person saying, I had to discover the truth of who I am. On the other hand, your individual that was left is saying, all right, well, when you come back to talk to me about that, tell me exactly why. Understand, the Queen of Wands, masculine or feminine, can come off cold on the surface because they're so adamant about getting the truth, but inside they're warm and they're fuzzy, and they just, they want to be able to give that warm and fuzzy side without feeling restricted. In my readings, I always explain to you guys, to make it easier for you to understand how the energy works with my channeling. The swords are the other half of cups. Your thoughts and your emotions work hand in hand. Just like wands and pentacles are the other sides of each other, two sides of the same coin. So when you have a person who's really emotional on the inside, but on the out, they show you this intellectual, hard wall, do not pass go type of energy. Understand it's because they're protecting something far more sensitive within. And when you have a person that's heavily in that passion, fire energy, it's because they're trying to manifest something tangible. So this is the energy playing here right now. And some more cards fell out, so we're going to look at those. I'm going to go with all the ones that were faced up first. Look at that. We have Queen of Wands. I was just talking about fire. Queen of Wands. This is the energy that the person's coming back in. Queen of Wands manifested something out of nothing, but Queen of Wands can also be like, this is how I want it. That's how I'm going to get it. And I feel like whatever that thing is, this brewing, whoever's doing the brewing, you could be someone that the way that you found your way to self is you got into, like, you might identify with being a spiritualist, with being a psychic, with being doing, spell work or herbal work or something like that. I don't feel like you're putting a spell on your person, but a part of tapping into your confidence was just to admit to self, this is what would send me. Maybe family don't agree with it. Maybe it's not a part of tradition, but this is what I feel led to. This is what I feel like I'm doing and what I identify as. It was just a part of coming together. It's not the whole picture of who you are. You're not solely identified as just psychic, witch, this, that. There's more to you than that. But it made you feel understood. Perhaps coming across content like this made you feel understood. And now you're like, I can breathe easier. I feel like I have more guidance, more clarity to the truth of who I am and to the truth of what my connection was and why I felt so overwhelmed in that, why I felt like I had to come correct in that. Your person needs to hear that, but you got to be mindful coming in the door with that. Okay, so now that I realize I'm this magical, mystical being, I'm so alluring and do what I say do. Can't come in like that. That's going to backfire. And the same can be said for your person. I'm also feeling like, again, somebody here is leaning more towards the individual that was hurt, stepped out. Now, they're not dealing with the karmatic. I don't feel like it's somebody they're constantly seeing, but they're also bitter about doing it. It's like they did it, but they kind of felt like, not forced per se, but like, well, I wouldn't have done it. If such and such didn't leave, I wouldn't have ever thought to do that. And maybe they went through something with that person. They might have went through some challenges with that individual, and now they're bitter about that too. So this is a lot of like, it's left a bad taste in the mouth type of sensation, and something's trying to come in. Spirit babies are helping, but something's trying to come in to sweeten the pot. You just got to be mindful how you go about this. You're so alluring with being overwhelming, whether you're the masculine or the feminine, that by wanting what you want and there being a lot of unfinished passion here, it can lead to y'all jumping into things a little quicker than you should. You want to be vulnerable with each other first and pace a little bit here. Don't just pop up. Last card we have that fell out before I shuffle again is, what are you? Ooh, yeah. Somebody's like, I'm coming home. I'm hearing two songs. I'm hearing, I'm coming home. It's a Korean song by G-Soul. So you might want to go on YouTube and put in G-Soul coming home. I'm hearing the chorus. No time to wait, wait. I'm coming home, home. I keep hearing that over and over. They want to come back to you. You want to come back to them, but y'all gonna have to talk this out. I'm trying to tell you, don't hop in the hay too fast. Again, your babies are trying to get here, but they don't want to get here in chaos. Let me adjust this for y'all. There we go. They don't want to get here in chaos. And I feel like they would probably end up here tomorrow because it's a lot of like pent up, unfinished business, you know, like you left, like frustrated sex, you know, and that can lead to things. This person that was left was really hurt. You know, they want you, but they really felt like they were taken off guard. You might have felt like you gave hints, or again, you didn't quite communicate yourself, whatever. There's pain here. And that pain has to, I just feel like this person's too much in their head about why they're hurting, and they're not focusing on their heart, which means when you come back, there's a wall. You both had this Queen of Swords energy, but from different perspectives. And since somebody, this ain't gonna be for everybody, but somebody in that connection stepped out. You can't really call it stepped out because y'all weren't together, but they dealt with someone else. And that might have been a problem because that was a rebound. That was just, I'm dealing with this person because you left, and then it led to that person probably bringing them even more emotional grief. So now they're like, ugh, you know, it's a lot going on here. It's a lot going on. Spirit babies, what are y'all got me channeling right now? What else we got going on here? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Somebody's really hurt. Really, that was like their worst. I mean, normally the Nine of Swords can mean a lot of things in my reading, but that was really like their worst nightmare. I feel like you might have been dealing with a person that deals with abandonment issues that haven't been cleared up from childhood or from early adulthood. And some of you don't feel like you're uber young, like maybe you're in like 20s, 30s, maybe early 40s. I'm really sensing like I keep picking up the ages between maybe like 25 to maybe like 30, 36 or so, somewhere in there. Whatever they dealt with when they were younger create a lot of emotional grief. So they don't handle people leaving like that. They don't handle promises broken very well. Once you make a commitment and a conviction, I feel like this is the kind of person where even if something wasn't working, when they love somebody, they stick it out. Not realizing that, you know, that's cool and all, but if someone needs the space again to come in correctly, you got to give them that space and also take it for self. This person may have not done a lot of self-work during this separation, especially if they ran around with someone else for a minute. So when you come back, you're dealing with that, right? That's going to involve you being open and honest about why you left. They may not understand at first, but take your time. Don't talk at them. right? Let them express what they feel too, because sometimes when people, leave and they know, why you did it, but the person don't. If they come off like, I was hurt because you get defensive or a little guarded, because again, there's a lot of passion and mental passion, swords, mental space, air space. The wind can blow either way in this situation with that. Talk to them, not at them. Communicate. Comprehend what they mean and allow them the space to comprehend what you mean, because this energy here is very painful for them. When you left, they were in shambles. It was like, what is going on? I don't. But why? That was the main thing that they kept asking was why. I feel like spirit babies were sending them comfort signs all the time. There's something about clouds and something about somebody might when they were a kid, maybe you like to lay in the grass and look at the clouds. Like, what does that shape mean? And da da da. Or like sometimes when they would zone out, they were just looking up at the sky. Like, why am I here? Why did this happen? Why me? Why do I go through this shit? What's wrong with me? And every time they were looking up there, they didn't realize that they were getting messages because they were too busy focusing on their pain. Give this person some time. Communicate with each other, talk. Don't be quick to rush into bed right away. Give the self time to tap back into the heart energy. What else do we have for this Nine of Swords here for this person? We have King of Coins. Somebody might have been dealing with like a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, because Virgo also came out here with the Hermit card. I feel like when you bounced, whether this King of Coins be masculine or feminine, someone was like, okay, well, fine then. I'm just going to focus on me. I'm just going to focus on me. But that's not their natural instinct. Their natural instinct is to be more of a giver. More of a, sometimes people are like, oh, the King of Coins, and he can only take if he got something to gain. But it depends. Really, this person is someone that, yeah, of course, when they give someone, they like to see some type of reciprocity back. I think I said that word right. But this is someone that doesn't know how to receive all the time. They're more of a giver. And when you left, it made them turn more into I'm going to just take, or I'm going to just keep to myself. I'm kind of picking up like Four of Pentacles energy. When you come back, you guys got to be open to give and receive with each other. And the King of Pentacles is a master of that. Normally, they're very good at going, okay, you give this, you give 10, I'm gonna give 20. You give 20, I'm gonna give. It's not to be competitive in a negative sense. It's to show you this is how much I appreciate you, this is how much I care about you. This is somebody that needs proof that they can feel and that they can see. You're gonna have to show through effort that you're gonna stay and not leave this time. And again, if you're a feminine dealing with a masculine and you did this to a masculine and they're a man, they operate different. Hurts don't just come in as little pinches for them, or okay, I got bent out of shape and now I'm back. It's a different kind of pain, and you're gonna have to have a different kind of sensitivity to it. Okay. But again, I'm picking up on this energy of like, they want to be in a position to receive what you have to offer, but it's going to take you showing them that they can trust you. And yeah, look at that. It's back again. It's back again, weighing the scales. Should I allow you in? Okay, if I allow you in, what are you going to give to me to prove that you should be here? Because I got a lot I want to give you, but is that good? Like, is that going to be okay? Are we going to be able to work through this? So show them that you're open to receive by how vulnerable you are with them, as far as like admitting what this whole phase was about. Don't sugarcoat what that phase was about. Don't lie about it. Don't try to be like, oh, you wouldn't understand because maybe you're more spiritual than they are. Just break it down. Be honest with your person, right? And then through actions, show through actions. Show up. If they say, hey, I need you to show up by being here, make time to be where they're asking you to be. Because remember, again, I keep picking up on someone that bounced without really explaining. And you're dealing with the bitterness of that. And you gotta sweeten them up a bit. not in a manipulative way, but in a, I'm really here to stay. I'm really not going anywhere. And masculine, if you're the person that this and you did it to a feminine again, ooh, it's gonna be maybe a little harder for you. Because women don't necessarily shatter, however, they don't forget, right? So we have a bottom of the deck. We have Two of Cups. This is a sacred union, but y'all gonna have to meet in the middle. That's what I'm sensing with this. You're both going to have to come and give a little, receive a little. Don't focus on give and take. Don't even mention the words give and take to your partner. You guys used to my channel, you know the rules around here with that. But this, in this connection, that's very important. I can take from you and give you nothing, right? But if I'm receiving from you, I'm grateful and I'm open to express to you that gratitude and pay it back in some form or kind. That's the energy that you want to focus on. That's the energy your person needs to feel. They don't need to feel like you're taking from them. They didn't like how they felt turning into that when you were gone. They need to feel balance here, right? It's going to take y'all a minute to get back to this like soulful, focusing on the heart feeling. But underneath that, we do have the Page of Cups. Yeah. Spirit babies are like, it's possible. It's possible. We want to come in the world, but we want to come in without chaos. We want to come in correct. So, you know, be truthful. Realize that karma plays a part here. Your person might be a little bit bitter, but you can sweeten them up. Let's go into some spirit baby messages. I don't know how long this reading's going to be because I feel like both of y'all took a while. Let's get into it. What you spirit babies got to say about this situation? I'm trying to hold back a little bit in this one because this is a this ain't a personal reading. And it feels like it kind of wants to go there. So I'm trying to make sure I give you guys just enough without overdoing this energy here. We have spirit babies can be a niece, a nephew, grandchild, etc. I am for sure any of those. You know, I was picking up on this energy. I don't feel like somebody had a child outside of the connection while in it. But someone could have a kid prior, and that could be another reason that they're kind of bitter or that this hurts so much, because either you had the kid and when you left, the kid left, or right, you know, maybe the kid was like, where's so and so, where's such and such. There's just that energy was sneaking up in here a little bit. There's someone who's worried a lot about conception, and that came through a little bit too here. I don't feel like you have a reason to worry, but you could be worried. Maybe a doctor or someone told you to. Someone else may have just a young child, again, like a niece, because the age bracket, I mean, some of you could have grandbabies, but the age bracket I picked up feels really strong. So there's someone that you take care of that's like your child, like you love them like your own, they're family to you, and they were attached to the other person, no matter which one of these you resonate with. And when one of you left or one of you stopped talking to the other, that person was cut off too. And that kind of matters here. But I feel like your spirit baby, because I've told you guys, my regulars, you know this, spirit babies are not limited to being kids that are waiting to be born. They're also kids who are sometimes here. And they're trying to communicate things, whether it's telepathically. You know, sometimes kids drop them jewels and parents disregard them, or adults disregard them. Somebody has a child that's already around them that sometimes drops jewels, and you need to listen because it's coming from a higher source. But you do have, you know, some of you here, it's not for everybody, but some of you here do have spirit babies that are waiting to be born communicating, but they don't want to be born in the chaos. We have, you're the best papa I could ever ask for. Oh, your daddy needed to hear that. Your daddy needs that. Feminists may want to send this to their person if you do feel that they can resonate with it and it may help them understand. They might have needed to hear their baby say that. Well, they definitely did, but you know, they may need to see it in some other form. We have, you're the best mama I could ever ask for. You see, like, they want you to know we're yours. We still want to be with you. Again, I also feel like whoever that existing child is also communicating like, I love you. I want you to come back. I want you guys together. I'm not bitter about it. Yeah, I asked where they went and it hurt a bit, but I don't have an issue. But for your kids want you to know you are both the best. They're not trying to come to anyone else. They're not trying to come out of any other connection but yours. But in order for that to happen, you guys have to come together. There has to be a connection here. Balance is mentioned here 2 times. Somebody could also be a Libra. Balance is mentioned here with give and receive. Balance is mentioned here with being truth and speaking your truth and allowing for that positive karma to come in. For that bitterness to turn sweet. It just keeps channeling that way. Oh, good Lord. We're not taking all those. Oh, no. We still got a whole nother. Oh, no. Y'all tried it. We have, oh, the ocean will be our favorite place, but really anywhere in nature works for us. You, again, I remember something brewing, somebody getting into like herbal magic, that type of thing. Your kid might be a little baby herbalist trying to come in the world. We have Mama and Papa, I see you purging and crying. That warm embrace you feel is me. Keep purging, keep getting, fleshing that bitterness out, getting it out the way, because again, you could be the masculine or feminine watching that was left, and you need to cry, you need to get it out. I'm picking up like Boys to Men on Bended Knee with this. You know, there's a part in the song when he says, I hold, you know, I clenched my pillow tight. Somebody might have really been crying, holding their pillow, like, I can't believe this person left me like that. They want you to come home, but they might be a little cold when you first show up at the door. Don't judge them for that, right? No, don't hold it against them. Just communicate. All right, we got one more deck. I'm gonna roll some dice and we're gonna call it. I feel like my background's starting to get noisy, and I'm hoping that it doesn't show up in filming. I don't want you guys to be getting distracted. All right, my loves. What's the last messages you have for your mama and papa? Old issues and deep wounds resurface to be healed by reclaiming your lost power during the time of wounding. This is a rebirth. Leopard. You might want to look up leopard as far as an animal meaning. I'm also feeling like somebody might want to look up tiger. You could be the year of the tiger, or you could just resonate with that as your spirit animal. That could be your totem. I'm also seeing, hold on, I'm seeing year of the pig. These could be your actual years, or it's important to look up the meaning. Could be your person's year. So, you know, look them up, the dates of birth, about what, 10 years apart or so. I'm also seeing year of the monkey. So year of the pig, year of the monkey, year of the tiger. They could be your year, or they could be a totem you need to look into. And leopard also feels important as far as an animal sign for you as well. Let's see what else. What else do we have? There's a lot of healing that needs to happen here, but it's definitely possible. It's like I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's going to take a minute. I feel like you need to get into some playful energy with each other, you know, because again, it's about sweetening, right? Sweetening the flavor slowly until you get that flavor that you want, or that you blend with. So do something fun. Don't just focus on talking and being in this like serious tone, because the person that felt the hurt the most needs to feel alive again, needs to feel free in a sense. So go, you know, do something fun. Whatever that may be, you know them enough to know what they may have used to be into. Maybe that should be how you show up. Not show up isn't like you come in the door like, let's party. But you get what I'm saying. Like, slowly get them into doing those things with you, or creating new memories. Something that can help them get over this. We have, it's time to reconnect to your spiritual path. Remember, for those of you watching and the hermit person left you, that's what they needed to do. They needed to soar on their own and understand themselves to soar in this union. Now that they're working their way back, and as they come back, you both are going to have to step deeper into that spiritual path with each other. But you got to understand each other first. Understand yourself and understand each other. We have sea turtle. In order to tell your own story, you have to let go of the story which are not your own. In other words, let go of the belief systems, let go of the bitter person, let go of they left me. I'm hurt. Putting all this negative stuff on yourself that you can just let go of, because it doesn't have to be your story, and it doesn't define your union, and it doesn't define who you are. It was a period of time that had to happen. You don't have to completely understand it right now, but you do have to allow yourself to come out of that resentful energy, because for some of you it's leaning a little towards resentment. And for the person who left, you might sometimes feel like when dealing with this person that because they're so hurt, you know, it may not even be on purpose, but sometimes you might call yourself feeling kind of like, well, damn, I feel like shit. That's not meant to be your story either. Admit the fault. I could have told you better. I could have communicated this better, but even if I would have, I still had to take that journey. I'm here now. I'm not going anywhere. I'm willing to work this out. But we got to listen to each other. We got to be open to receive. I'm willing to listen to you. Tell me how I hurt you. Tell me what went wrong. I want to make it right. It's really important that you guys do that. Ooh, we have another one flipped over. Yep. Remember I believe I said, did I channel that, babies? Out loud anyway. Remember I said y'all gonna have to be careful with all this passion here. Some of these kids trying to come in quick. Did someone say, baby, a special delivery coming sooner than you think? Okay. Somebody here gonna end up getting the stork a little earlier. But just be mindful. Make sure the energy's right between you guys. And if you really feel like the energy's just not ready yet for all that, relax. Believe in your inner strength and not the 3D illusions surrounding you. You both needed that like power boost. Let's get into some dice. For some reason, I'm picking up only rolling 2 dice. And not all of them. So let's see why that is. What do we have? We have, look at that, confirmation of your sacred union. We have 111. 111, and I'm seeing 111. So look up 11 as far as an angel number. 11 could also be a life path number or some other type of powerful number to you. 2 could be very important to you. We do have 2 of cups that came out, so the number 4 can also resonate with you guys. And as I say that, I see 2 right here. So yeah, check out those numbers. There's a message there for you. Blessings to your unions. As you come together, may the little ones that are meant to come into your life and contribute to you in a very positive, nourishing way. May, babies are blessings and lessons. May you all be able to heal together, grow together, and expand. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls.